Hey, what's up, guys? It's Poke793 here, and I'm finally back with a deck profile video. I know I've been away for a while, but let's see what I can do when I can cover states. So far, states was actually pretty good. It's the first states of this week. I believe it was March 9th. It was in Connecticut, in Hartford, and very, very cool. Very cool. Bigger place. Um, Definitely, I went, I think 3 and 4 with this deck. I'll explain why. But first things first, let's get into the deck first. All right. So, starting right off the bat, you can see I play Lugia. So we're gonna start off with oh, two, three Lugias. You don't want four. You just want to run three. Even this is like the main, not main attacker, but this is like the main surprise of the deck. But it's not a surprise when people like see, like when you start off with it. It's a terrible start off. But actually, one game I did start off with this, and I ended up knocking out a Victini EX, getting me 3 prizes in the first turn of the game. But three's fine, nothing else. So then we have one, two, three, three Tornadus EX. I find this card is really, really good in this format, considering all the lasers and all the stadiums you can play. 60 damage is a lot with the laser. Like, if you're doing 60 with the blow through, you do a laser in Burbank City, and this actually does 90 for that turn. And then you can just sweep in with Lugia to take the rest out. So we have, let me move this back. One, two Mewtwo. I find that two Mewtwo is enough. Um, in this format, it was it's not about Mewtwo that much anymore. But Mewtwo's still a powerful attacker. Don't get me wrong. There are still some Mewtwo wars going and running around, but I mean, it's a cool little. I mean, it's just an amazing card. I mean, back then, around this time of year, Mewtwo used to cost 100. Now it costs like 20. Now we have one Meloetta as a Tekken. I did tech this in for Sigilyph, although I did not face a Sigilyph all day. Um, I had a feeling that I was gonna face Sigilyph, just as a surprise, but I saw some Sigilyph decks running around. Not that much though. So this was like a dead card. Um, but I was like, so yeah, I had, next time I'll think about it, like adding this card. But it didn't get me a knockout on a Kabelion EX, because I already had damage on it. But yeah. And one Boufflant, I think I just may take out that Meloetta for Boufflant. I don't know, but probably. Because this actually, this didn't even help me out at all today, either, yesterday. Huh. But if I had a chance. The three stadiums I play are two Verbanks and one Esper City Gym. I feel two Verbanks is good because you know your opponent, with all Dark Ride lasers running around, you know your opponent is going to play Verbank. Um, so it's really good that it's alright. You can just Ultra Ball these later or discard them, or you have Esper City Gym to get rid of their Verbank City. Esper City Gym is way too good. It's way too good in this deck. My opponent couldn't hit me, and it was just like, oh. Yeah, one, two, three, four catcher. This is enough. Four catcher is enough. I can't stress how good it is in this deck just because you can take cheap prizes with Lugia. If you see a Sableye on the bench and you have fully powered Lugia, you capture that up, and that's 2 prizes. My opponent, when I faced Darkrai lasers, he did not want to bench a Sableye because he knew I was going to take 2 prizes. And all he had to do was just tax with EXs. So this is way good in Lugia decks. I can't stress it. 4 catches is amazing. One, two, three, four lasers. The 4 lasers are a must just because you run Verbank and it gives you that extra damage for Lugia or for Tornadus. And you get to put your opponent to sleep. But every single time I put my opponent to sleep, he would just wake up the next turn. So that kind of made me mad. One, two, 3, 4 Corvus machines, absolute must. It's easy to get. It's not easy, but you can try to get a turn 1 Lugia like I did my 3rd round, I believe. Basically, 2 Corvus machines and then DCE knocks out a Victini EX. That's how I got mine, but I'll tell you that later. 1, 2, 3, 4 switch. Definitely because the lasers. If you fall asleep, you want to get out of there. Trust me, there's a lot of lasers running around. 3 Eviolites. Just because to protect your EXs, because they are gonna get hit a lot. And Evilite's always good just to reduce the damage, and plus with Esper City, I mean, it's a well good combo, especially with Buffalo Ant. So definitely 2 Ultra Ball. I was debating on this card all week. I felt like I didn't want to discard anything from my hand, but at the same time I actually needed it. So I tested it 1. It didn't work as well, but I tested it 2. I'm like, hey, maybe that'll work. It did. It won me some games with Ultra Ball. Maybe I wouldn't say 3. Just stick at 2. 1's not good enough, but 2 isn't even matched. So 1 random receiver. Just for the heck of it, because if you feel like you need to draw a supporter, you can just do that. I mean, random receiver. Granted, you're not going to get supported every single time that you want, but still, it's good. 1 plus power. This card did not help me at all in any of my games yesterday. It was just not good. I don't know why people said just put plus power in it. Then, I attacked him 1 just for the heck of it so I could knock out Stabilize without using my lasers, but with Tornadus, but I'm like, this did nothing for me. So I'm definitely gonna take that out for something. I don't even think I'm gonna be playing this deck. Depends. And my ace spec for the deck is Scramble Switch. This card is super, super, super good. If you know what it does, basically, if you switch your active Pokemon, which one of your bench Pokemon, and then the energy from that active Pokemon goes onto the new bench Pokemon. So if you have a Tornadus with a DCE and a Psychic Energy, you can Scramble Switch onto a Lugia on the bench with the Plasma Energy, switch those 3 energies to Lugia, and you're hitting a Lugia for 120, and they don't even see it coming. You could drop that down at any moment. That's how I actually won a game, too. I dropped this down, he's like, oh, game. So, here we go. With supporter line, we have 4 Junipers. The Juniper line, it's alright. I mean, I felt like I was getting Juniper most of my time. Most of my turns, I was getting Juniper. It's good. It's good, but then when you use, sometimes you Juniper with another Juniper, and that's just no. You don't want that. But 4 Junipers is a must, just because it runs through your deck like hotcakes. 2 Skyla. I find 2 is enough. 4, you don't need 4, because even when you're gonna draw into your stuff that you need regardless with Juniper. So these Skylas are just for either extra Chorus machines or a switch. Because your hand's gonna be good regardless. So that's just a just in case card. 2 Biancas. I feel like you run your hand a lot in the deck, so Biancas are very, very good. And 2 Ends. I can't stress, 2 is perfect because you're taking so much prizes early. You don't want to use N. It's terrible when you get End or when you use N when you have 2 prizes or 1 prize left. So these are just only for the beginning of the turn. So if you see an N that you have in your hand, if you have 6 prizes, if you're debating N or Juniper, depending on your hand, use N. I can't stress it enough. Please use it, because once this card comes back into your hand, you're going to be like, shit, I don't want to use it. So 2 Ns is enough. Now my energy lineup, I run, of course, 4 Plasma Energy. You need to. You're running 4 Colors Machines. You're running Lugia. You need to run 4 Plasma Energy. 2, 3, 4. 4 DCE. You need to run 4 DCE. The 4 DCE is like the main card of the deck, the main energy that you need for the deck. Tornadus can attack with it. Lugia can use it. Even Mewtwo can use it. And Buffalo can use it as well. But not Buffalo hasn't that much. But yeah. My hand's in the way. Sorry for my hand in the way. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Psychic energy. Why is my hand in the way again? 5 psychic energy. It works well with Mewtwo as well. Because what you can do is you can attach to Mewtwo or something else, and you can scramble switch it, and you can just be like, hey, that's it. I may start taking these out for fighting energies because I may want to play Landorus. I don't know yet, but it's just that some games where I felt like, ugh. So let me tell you what exactly happened that day. It's a cool day. Definitely, it was a cool tournament. It was amazing, but I saw the whole team was there and everything else. But here is what happened. All right, my first round, I went up against a starter deck. Basically, I started off with Buffalo, and I just killed her with Buffalo every single time. She ran no EXs whatsoever. I basically just said 60, 60, 60 every turn, and I was just knocking out stuff. Which I kind of felt bad. My second game I faced, I believe it was... My second game was against Ray Eels. Now, this matchup I didn't play test at all against, and I was actually frankly scared. But I started off with the Victini EX, and I started off with Lugia. My hand was 2 Cobras Machines in the DC. I knew I was going to get it regardless. I got the 3 prizes that turn, and he couldn't set up an Electric. He couldn't even set up a Rayquaza, and I just said, and he's like, game. My third match, I believe it was against... My third match was against, I believe, let's see. It's right. It was. Damn, I really don't know my third match. I should be really document this. I used to document this stuff down, but really, my third match was, I believe, against a. Crap, I know it wasn't a Dark Art deck. I believe my third match was... Okay. My third match was, I believe, I faced my friend's Blastoise deck. I faced Josh McClellan's Blastoise deck, and me and him were we don't like to rule sharp people, so we're like, only if it's not us. Basically... we were just having fun in that whole game. He played Blastoise, I played Lugia. We were knocking each other back and forth, and all of a sudden, I dropped the scramble switch and move all the energy to Lugia, catch it up a Squirtle for game. He was like, "Oh no!" He's like, "Why'd I bench it?" But I definitely it was a fun match. Me and him, it was just hilarious because we kept missing like we kept taking takebacks. We're like, "Oh no!" And we didn't care. We're not gonna rule shark each other because we're friends. So I was 3-0. My fourth round came, and I was facing against Kling Klang. Did not play test against that deck ever. Wasn't thinking I was gonna see Kling Klang, but the guy was 3-0 with it, so there's something right with the deck. He started off terribly. I started whipping his butt, and then that Kling Klang with the shift gear. Basically, Cobalion hits this deck hard. He was discarding, if he didn't have that Cobalion EX, but you got to play Kling Klang. He was just discarding energy, discard DCE, discard DCE, discard DCE, and then discard Plasma, discard Plasma, discard Plasma. I'm like, that's it. He actually decked me out. I didn't lose by getting knocked out. He decked me out because I couldn't do anything. I'm like, ugh. I literally had the game won. His Cobalion had about 120 on it. I had a Juniper and a catcher in my hand. I was gonna catcher the Cobalion on the bench. Juniper. I saw my cards when I random receiver. At 6 cards left in the deck. 2 of them were, I believe, yeah, two of them was two Chorus machines, and then two plasma energies. So 4 cards were two plasma energies, 2 Chorus machines. And I already had DCE on the Lugia. There was no other energy left in the deck besides plasma energy. The next turn, he goes max potion onto the Chameleon with all the damage. I'm like, no. And then he catches my Lugia with the Chameleon EX and discards the DCE. I'm like, that's it. I can't attack with anything. These were like all gone. I didn't even use Mewtwo. But like my Tornadus, I'm like, yeah, I can't even attach. It's game. And it's like he decked me out. So I went 3-1. My next match was against I believe another guy I've been facing in a tournament, Azul, which no, my bad. I faced against what do you call it? I faced against buddy of mine named John Chimento. Yeah, John Chimento, really cool guy. Definitely. He's playing Blastoise again. I faced a Blastoise deck, but then I started off with Lugia, and I didn't see a supporter for 7 turns, and it was game. So I was 3-2 at that point, and I go against my friend Azul, which I've seen him in tournaments. I always lose to him in tournaments, and this tournament wasn't different. I lost to him. He's playing Darkrai Lasers. I start off with Lugia. He starts off with a Sableye. I start off with Lugia. I attach the DCE. I do the chorus. I Juniper. No other chorus. I'm like, what the heck? And basically what happened is I got him down on 2 prizes. And he got me down on I believe I was at 1, and he was at 2. I end him, and he top decked a Juniper, and he was doing 90-30. I'm like, oh, great. But yeah, this it was a good matchup. Once again, like another friendly matchup. Me and him, we had some great battles in the past, so I was happy to face him again. Like I said, when you're facing friends, it's always a good time. Then I believe I was 3-3. I went to go face. By the way, it was 7 rounds. I went to go face my friend Hector, and we got paired up again. And once again, did not see a supporter for a whole bunch of turns, and he actually won his first tournament back, and he actually won. I felt like crap because I literally was digging for a supporter, nothing happened, and I was like attacking, and nothing happened. We get Darkrai me for like 90-30. So in the end of the day, I became 3-4. Like I said, this deck has a lot of down. Like that whole day, I did not play with Meloetta. I did play with Buffalo. I think I did play with Buffalo during Hector's matchup. I don't know. Wait, I did play Buffalo in the starting deck when I faced it. Like I said, I might get buff up to another Buffalo. I need to take that plus power out for something. If you guys have something for me, let me know. Comment below if you want to see anything. Basically, I play with Lugia just for 1 state. I don't know if I'm going to be playing for another one. I got to see what's running around. Basically, as of right now, Right Eels have been winning. Surprisingly, Right Eels has been winning. The deck that I won Battle Roads with has been winning again. It won't die. Even with Landorus, even with lasers, it will not die. I don't know what's wrong with people, but basically, at my table, all I saw was Blastoise. I saw about like 8 Blastoise at the top tables. And I guess there was a couple of radios that snuck in, and basically, I believe there was like only 1 Blastoise in top cut. And I was just like, whoa. Basically, what won that day was Landorus. It was BLT. Basically, it's Buffalo Ant, Landorus, Tornadus, Mewtwo. So it's BLT with mayonnaise. That deck won. I don't know who won, but my friend was playing it, and he even got top cut as well. And he was, I believe, he was 5-2. He got top cut. He won his top cut match and went to top 8, and then he lost in top 8. But I gotta say, good job, Ethan. If you don't know Ethan, he's a guy who works at Gaming Etc. Was coming out for this one tournament. Hopefully, he's gonna go to New Hampshire. And we were playtesting the night before, and I gotta say, congrats, man. You deserved it. And you were close, man. You were very, very close. Let's hope for like next time you win this thing. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Maybe I'll play Lugia depending on it. Maybe I won't, but I will talk to you guys later. I'm also gonna try to vlog too as well. I'm gonna vlog as well more. But I'm gonna try to vlog. You know, like I said, I have some secret projects I'm working on. Trust me, those are still on the way. But like the huge announcement in October that got pushed back because I had to, I was doing schoolwork at the same time, and it was just getting away. And then when winter break came, I was spending a lot of time with family and friends. And then still, I was trying to get that project to work, but the project is coming. I still have to find a place for it. I'll tell you guys very, very soon. It probably is going to be during nationals or after nationals, but yeah. But thank you guys for watching, and I really appreciate it. And for all those who are going to states, be careful of what you play. Basically, my states was full of Darkrai and Blastoise. There was only one Darkrai in the top cut, and there was only one Blastoise. No, my bad. There was one Darkrai in the top cut and 3 Blastoise. The rest were all Landoruses and Rayquaza. Landorus won my tournament. However, Rayquaza have been winning. Last time I checked, it was 4 states Rayquaza have won, and then Garbodor, Landorus won as well. So, states can actually, whatever deck you play, it really doesn't matter as long as it's consistent and you build it as well as you think it's gonna be. So that's the biggest tip I can give you guys out today. All right, that's it. I'm gonna stop talking. It's been like 21 minutes already. Jesus. All right, peace. I'm out.